Hey, it's Janelle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll share with you tips for your med school interview. So I've divided this video into 3 parts. The first part being the most commonly asked med school interview questions and how to go about answering them. Second part would be logistics tips for your face-to-face interview. And the third part would be logistics tips for your online interview. But before we get started, I just want to ask you kung sure ka na ba na gusto mong mag-med school in the middle of a pandemic. If your answer is yes, congrats! Panoorin mo lang tong video na to. But kung hindi ka pa sure, I encourage na pag-isipan mo siyang mabuti kasi baka next year, ganito ka na habang kumakain. So what are the most commonly asked med school interview questions? So number 1, you guessed it. Mag-med school ka because... Why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to go into med school? Who inspired you to be a doctor? Where else did you apply? Kung nakapasa ka ba sa lahat ng a-applyan mo, dito ka papasok. Siyempre sasabihin mo, oo. Do you see yourself in this med school? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Are you a generalist? Are you a specialist? What are your extracurricular activities? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? What are your coping mechanisms? What are your study habits? What are your bad habits? Are you a team player or are you, ano bang opposite ng team player? Player 1. Are you a player 1? Are you a single player? Are you a team player or do you prefer working alone? But keep this in mind when you answer that question. The practice of medicine in itself is multidisciplinary. So, syempre, mas maganda na team player ka, mas maganda na sanay kang makipag-usap sa iba't ibang klase ng tao, iba't ibang personalities, iba't ibang leadership styles, iba't ibang follower styles. So, mas maganda na you prefer working in a team. But, I don't encourage you to lie about it. Just tell the truth. Be honest with yourself kung ano ba talaga yung work ethics mo, work habits mo. Kasi, syempre, mahirap naman na magsinungaling ka. Parang first start pa lang ng med school journey mo, magsisinungaling ka. Wag ganun. Are you a leader or are you a follower? Choco na gatas or gatas na choco?
Okay.
Alright, so how to answer those questions? First tip, practice your answers but don't memorize your answers. Huwag mong memorize word per word, sentence per sentence ng answer mo kasi sobrang hirap nun kasi what if ganito yung itsura mo habang interview. So, Doc, I am a team player because I want to take care of the patients because the art of medicine is multidisciplinary. Diba? Tsaka, so, wag ganun. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi ko. Practice mo yung talking points. Be natural, free-flowing. Tapos, yung answers mo, syempre, based on your personal experience. Kasi kanino po bang experience mo yun i-base kundi sa sarili mo? So, just practice your talking points. Ano ba yung mga gusto mong sabihin? Ano ba yung mga stuff na baka na-overshare mo na pala? So, makokontrol mo yun by practicing. So, talk to yourself, talk in front of a mirror, talk in front of a camera para ma-watch mo yung playback and mag-cringe ka sa mga sagot mo. But it's a good practice. And try to talk slowly kasi when you talk fast, mas mukhang kinakabahan ka. Hindi ka naman kinakabahan. So, just relax, take deep breaths before you answer. Pero wag naman yung sobrang obvious na kada question parang wag naman gano'n. So, parang chill lang. Para basta practice mo talaga kasi there's no other way to do it but through it. There's no other way to go but through it. Hindi ko alam kung may nagsabi nun. Pero parang gets. Basta i-practice mo lang. Gawin mo lang. Just do it. So, what if meron ka namang mga answers na hindi yun yung best answer? For example, pangit yung coping mechanisms mo or pangit yung study habits mo. What would you say? What will you say? What will you answer? Siyempre, I'm not encouraging you to lie about yourself. But what I'm saying is, tell the truth, but at the end, kung alam mo for yourself na hindi yun yung best version, sabihin mo na, parang I acknowledge na this is not the best coping mechanism or this is not the best study habit, but I am on my way to becoming the most productive, the most responsible, and the most stellar med student you will ever see in your life. Joke lang. Wag naman din sobrang ganun. Pero basta pag meron kang pangit na answer, parang paalam mo kay Doc na alam mo na hindi yun yung the best, pero ginagawa mo na yung best mo para baguhin yun.
Okay.
Alright, so let's move on to the logistics tips. Ano naman yung logistics tips for face-to-face interview and for online interview? So, face-to-face interviews, very unlikely kasi syempre COVID pa din. Pero if ever na meron kayong face-to-face interview, Number 1, alam niyo yung venue days or weeks before the interview kasi mas nakakadagdag ng stress pag hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupunta. Number 2, dress appropriately. Follow the dress code. Don't underdress, and don't overdress. Huwag ka naman mag-long gown doon. Basta, make sure na acceptable ka. And pag tingin mo sa mirror, parang, ito ba yung med student na tatanggapin ng isang napakagandang med school? And lastly, don't drink coffee before your interview. Lalo na pag face-to-face. Mas nakakakaba yun. And parang it will really get in your nerves. And it would affect how you answer. Mas bibilis kang magsalita. So you wouldn't want that. Parang kinakabahan ka kasi pag mabilis kang magsalita. Even if hindi ka naman talaga kinakabahan. So just don't drink coffee. Doon lang sa time na yun. Drink coffee na lang after if you want. Basta I really don't recommend drinking coffee before your interview. Now let's go to the online logistics tips or logistics tips for your online interview. So number 1, of course, dahil online yan, check your gear. So I'm not saying na bumili ka ng bagong camera, bumili ka ng bagong laptop, bumili ka ng webcam, but make sure na minamaximize mo yung potential ng gadgets na meron ka. So how will you do that? So number 1, gusto mo maganda yung lighting. Yung sa lighting, pwede kang bumili ng ring light or pwede kang gumamit ng mga existing mo na study lamps, study lights or something like that. Basta make sure na the light is not too bright naman, na it's bouncing off your face na parang kang makintab na something. But what I'm saying is, pwede mo siyang itapat sa wall para mag-bounce off yung light from the wall and reflect on your face na mas hindi ganun ka-harsh. And then what you can also do is, if you have like Japanese paper or tracing paper or baking paper, pwede mo din siyang ipatong dun sa ring light para ma-diffuse ng konti yung ilaw and hindi siya super harsh on your face. And for the audio naman, ito, parang okay lang siguro kung hindi maganda yung video mo, basta maayos yung audio mo. What I would recommend are wired earphones. Kasi pag wired, parang diretso lang yung sound versus sa Bluetooth na parang sometimes may lag, sometimes tunog robot, especially if it's low bat. So para less hassle, just use wired earphones. So what I do, especially pag online classes, I just wear them like I would normally would. Tapos, ginagamit ko yung marker or itong, hindi ko alam kung anong tawag dito. Ginagamit ko tong thing na to para mapalapit siya. Closer to my mouth but not super close naman. So, ganyan lang. So, gaganda na yung audio mo with this. Kasi pagka, like, ginanyan mo, parang, lalo na yung P's tsaka yung mga S, sobrang maririnig yun ng prof mo and you wouldn't want that. Para siyang babagyuhin sa laway mo or sa hangin. So, wag ganyan. So, yun talaga yung ma-recommend ko. Wired earphones over Bluetooth earphones. Pero, alam mo yun, kung okay naman sa'yo yung sound, basta make sure na fully charged siya. And then, with that, pwede mo yun i-test before the interview. Sa Zoom, merong option to check for the audio, parang test audio. So, pipindutin mo kung ipi-play niya na yung sound na gusto mong marinig. Tapos, kung narinig mo, sabihin mo okay. Tapos, pwede ka rin magsalita. Tapos, ipi-playback niya sa'yo kung ano yung tunog mo sa audio. Tapos, sa Zoom, pwede mo rin i-click tong button na to while you're in the call kung gusto mong makita yung itsura mo. Pero, ayaw mong i-on yung camera mo. Very simple, click mo lang tong button na to. And then, makikita mo yung sarili mo without turning on the camera. But, if you want to be safe, pwede kang gumawa ng sarili mong meeting before the actual interview para makita, matest mo yung itsura mo. And, of course, yung background mo, huwag masyadong distracting. Just like a plain background or something. Basta kung saan feeling mo hindi madi-distract si Doc. Kasi may mga doctors na very strict about it, na parang plain background lang or something. Or pwede kang mag-green screen kung okay lang dun sa professor. Basta maximize mo kung ano yung best location sa bahay nyo or sa place kung saan ka nakatira. And then my last logistics tip for online interviews would be announce to the household or to your housemates na meron kang meeting. Like, gumawa ka ng sign or gumawa ka ng door sign or mag-GM ka, mag-group message ka sa Telegram nyo or sa Viber nyo na meron kang meeting at this time, meron kang interview at this time para hindi ka nila guguluhin. Yan. Kasi mas lalong nakakaba pagka maraming kumukulit sa'yo. Tapos, para na rin hindi mo sila masungitan. So, as promised, meron akong 2 special tips. Yung una, hindi ko nagawa pero naisip ko na parang high yield siyang gawin. So, yung first tip ay look at the vision mission and try to incorporate or to make your answers revolve around the vision mission of the school. Pero wag din naman sobra na i-quote nyo pa yung vision mission ng school. Basta lang tignan mo kung yung personality mo ba or yung characteristics or yung traits mo ay fit din sa vision ng school. Diba? Makakatulong siya sa'yo and makakatulong siya sa pag-answer mo ng interview questions. Kasi syempre, the med schools are looking for med students who are perfect or who are fit for their med school. So, pwede mo yun gawin through that. Pwede mong taasan yung chances mo by using the vision mission. Pero take note na hindi ko yun na-try. Naisip ko lang. Okay? So, up to you kung gusto mo yun gawin. Pero itong next kong tip and yung last kong special tip ay ginawa ko talaga sa ASMPH interview ko. And nakapasa naman ako ng ASMPH. So, just a quick background. I'm a 5th-year medical student at St. Luke's College of Medicine. Hindi ako nag-ASMPH, pero pumasa naman ako sa ASMPH. Tapos, ito yung ginawa ko. Tinanong ko yung interviewer ko ng question. Ano yung question na tinanong ko? Ang kapal na mukha ko. Ngayon ko lang na-realize kung gano'ng kakapal yung mukha ko nung ginagawa ko yun. Basta, tinanong niya kasi ako kung meron ba akong questions after the interview. So, sabi ko, Doc, actually, I have a question. Ang kapal ko, no? Ako yung ini-interview, tapos ako pa yung nagtanong. So, sabi ko, Doc, saan po kayo nag-med school? So, sabi ni Doc, ibang med school dun sa ASMPH. So, tinanong ko, Doc, with the MBA, tapos, kunyari, nakapasa ka ng ASMPH and your med school, kung kayo po ba ako, ano yung pipiliin yung med school? Ang kapal ng mukha ko na, I can't believe ginawa ko yun. Pero ginawa ko yun. And parang nagulat si Doc. In a good way, I think. Nagulat siya or hindi niya talaga in-expect yung question. Pero syempre, in-answer niya na ASMPH siya mag-enroll. So, ayun, I think it helped and parang it would make the interviewer feel na gusto mo talaga doon kasi gusto mo naman talaga eh, diba? Pero next vlog ko na ikukwento kung bakit ako nag-St. Luke's kung nakapasa naman pala ako ng ASMPH. Sorry, quick background lang pala for my reliability. I applied into 5 med schools when I was still applying. So, I applied to St. Luke's, I applied to Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health, I applied to UST, FEU, and UERM. Tapos, among the 5, hindi lang ako nakapasa sa UST. Bakit hindi 100%? Hindi ko pa ba happy sa 4 out of 5 na napasan kong med school na may mga interview? Hindi ko ba happy na nakapasa ako doon tapos sinshare ko yung experience ko? Happy na ako doon. Pero kung hindi ka happy, okay lang naman. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Sana meron kayo natutunan on how to answer med school interview questions. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below kung ano yung mga na-miss kong tips or kung natulungan ba kayo nito or meron bang kulang. Proven and tested naman except yung tip na about the vision mission. Pero parang okay naman siya, diba? Parang big brain energy siya. Let me know kung tinry niyo tapos hindi gumana. Sorry. Pero like, kayo na bahala kung gusto niyo yung i-try kasi hindi ko siya na-try. Pero, di ba, may sense naman. But yeah, let me know. Here are my other social media accounts. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Mag-follow back ako, lalo na kung active sa Twitter, tas med student. Kasi I really wanna see kung ano yung experiences ng ibang mga tao na hindi lang talaga yung sa akin, di ba? I wanna learn from the world. I wanna learn from you as well. And on Instagram, marami ako, maingay ako on social media, kaya nga ako gumawa ng YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching.